Welcome to today's live stream. Um, you guys aren't going to be able to see the video that I made, but yesterday, or not, sorry, not yesterday, today, in like 30 minutes ago, I just made a new Brawl Stars video, which is pretty awesome. I haven't posted it yet. I actually need to edit it and go through all the process and yada yada yada. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I am making a Brawl Stars video. It's in the process, and the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because you guys haven't seen me play Brawl Stars in a while. And I actually want to check right now. I love looking at statistics, by the way, or like analyzing things. So I'm trying to figure out when was my last Brawl Stars video, which I believe was like probably 2 months ago. 3 months ago. Wow. Wow, it looked different back then. Anyway, yeah, though it's been a while since we played Brawl Stars, and I think that it's been quite a while, guys. It's been too long. It's been way too long. Anyway, though, I want to tell you guys a story that I think is kind of important to you guys today, and that is going to be our topic, which is holidays. If you guys haven't already read the title, it's holidays and why they are important. I was kind of saving this for a Christmas sort of thing, but I feel like on Christmas Day, I'm probably going to be doing an unboxing of my presents, or whatever I do, just depending on what I have planned then, and I want to let you guys know about that. But first, I need to give you guys a little bit of context of what's going on with me right now because that's very important. One is I want to let you guys know that I'm currently I need to get I'm working on my grades right now, so it's taking me a while for me to come back full time and make more videos and post them frequently. So this year is going to be kind of difficult this school year. So up until from here to May, it's going to be very difficult. Next year, which is my senior year of high school, I feel like it's going to be a lot easier because I will be taking less, or maybe not less necessarily, but less difficult AP classes. I'm currently taking AP Chem, which is my hardest AP class, and I need to work on my grades for that. So, for those reasons, I am taking time off of YouTube, which I've been doing for quite a bit now. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know about that so you guys will know I've been gone for quite a while because of that. And even though I am posting a little bit more frequently now, it's taking time on my hands. Um, but it's fun. It's good. It's good to do those things. I think it's important, so that's pretty fun. Um, Next, I want to mention one more thing, which is really important, which is my aunt is getting. The reason why I am making this live stream today and not tomorrow, because tomorrow is Saturday, and that's usually when I make my live streams, or Sunday. I'm not sure when I usually do it. I can't remember. It's Saturday or Sunday, but I usually do it on one of those 2 days, which is considered the weekend. Friday, technically, I come back to school and I make a video usually, so it's kind of weekend for me, but not really for you guys because you guys probably don't make videos, so you guys don't know that feeling of having a weekend on Friday. So technically, it's a 3-day weekend. Anyway, though, usually on Saturday or Sunday, I would make a live stream like I've always done. But my aunt is getting married on Saturday, so obviously great, awesome to her. It's a huge blessing for her to be able to get married, and I'm so happy for her. So on Saturday is the entirety of the wedding, which means that it's gonna take me like the whole day to be there and celebrate with her. Which I'm saying that and not as a bad thing, right? This is an awesome, like, great moment for her, the probably peak of her life, and I want to express my thanks for her. But just to let you guys know in advance, I'm gonna be gone, right? I'm gonna be there to support my aunt, so I can't make videos during that time. I can't do a live stream. Hi guys, welcome to the live stream. So that's why I'm doing it early today. So that's awesome. I am really glad to be able to do this because I love doing my live streams kind of early. Let me check actually how many live streams we've done. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4. We did 8 live streams. 8 live streams for like every week, which is awesome, meaning that we've done this for 2 months now. I'm doing great, thank you. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it today, but I want to talk to you guys about the topic now. Oh, one more thing. I got a haircut, which is pretty awesome because my hair has been like slick back for a very long period of time, but now it's back to being kind of down, which is pretty awesome. I kind of like this hairstyle a little bit more. I do style it usually, but today is kind of a at-home day, so I don't have to worry about people about my hair. So my dad and mom get on me a lot about that. So presentation and all that. So, but today is a pretty chill day, so I gotta wear it the way I want it. Oh yeah, so today, anyway, the topic is about holidays, why they are important, and why they're important to me in particular. So I want to talk to you guys about my favorite holiday for the longest time, which it was Halloween. Halloween is probably still a top contender for my favorite holiday. I feel like as you grow older and as you mature, you start to realize that certain holidays aren't always going to be your favorite because, it's not always, about candy, for example, in Halloween. It's about spending time with your family. And that's really the crux of what I'm trying to get to today. Is spending time with your family is really, really, really important. And that's why when you think about, oh, what, like, people talk about the Christmas spirit, and you're like, what the heck is that? Never felt it before. There's a really weird feeling, at least for me. It's like a phenomenon where on Christmas you literally feel this kind of cool feeling. Like, I don't know, like not cool as in like, hey, that's rad, right? But like cool as in like kind of coldish, but cool feeling in the air on Christmas Day, where you see your family, at a reunion, opening presents, spending time together, laughing. You get this feeling that it's Christmas. It's Christmas, that Christmas spirit that no one that you talk about, but it's a cliche because you don't really feel it. You don't really apply it to real life, but I feel like it's actually there. But now I want to talk to you guys about Halloween because you don't really feel that in a way that you would think you would. Because it's kind of hard to feel, happiness in Halloween because you're technically, Halloween is about dark spirits and about, scary things. So how do you find happiness in Halloween? Well, and this is a debate that's been going on personally in my life because my dad and I, we have different views on Halloween. My dad thinks that it is a kind of, you're celebrating dark spirits and him as being my family's, Catholic, right? So that goes against our views of, celebrating demons. Personally, I have a completely different view from the way he views it, and we don't celebrate Halloween nearly as much as we used to anymore because, my dad decided that it's a good thing. And partially, I agree with him because it is, in a way, correct. But the way I see it is different. So I want to share with you guys that view. The way I think of Halloween is that it's not, forget about dark spirits, okay? Truthfully, Halloween originated as what is called All Hallows Eve, which is the day before All Saints Day. All Saints Day is when you celebrate the martyrs who died for the Lord Jesus Christ. If you guys aren't, Catholics, you wouldn't know this, okay? But or maybe you're not that connected to it. But the point is that All Saints Day is when you relish and you thank, you show your gratitude for all of those people who in the past who have died in the name of Jesus Christ. They said, we're not giving up our religion no matter what you do to us. You can torture us, you can kill us, but we're not going to give up our faith. And that is so, so, so powerful because that shows just how much power, how much power Jesus Christ has in us and how much we're willing to give up for him, right? So now us as normal people, we probably wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, that would be very difficult. So think about all those people who did do that. That's amazing, right? That's crazy. And I'm not just saying that because it's a statistic, but that's my personal opinion. That I think that's amazing how people are actually did that for us. Um, so the reason why I'm talking about this though is because the day before is called All Hallows Eve. Now that came from a Celtic holiday kind of ritual thing, but basically the Christians who were living around next to like near these Celtics, they kind of integrated their cultures. So we adopted All Hallows Day. So, um, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, shout out to Dawson. Happy birthday, Dawson. It's nice to hear that you are turning. Wait, how old are you? I wonder. You can put that in the comments, but I'm gonna continue talking because I kind of want to get through my message first. But yeah, happy birthday to Dawson. I'm sorry to hear that no one came to your birthday. Um, so basically, the idea is that All Hallows Day is the day before, and that started off with some Irish implements, like elements to it, because the idea of leaving a pumpkin out on your front porch is kind of an Irish thing. Technically, you did not used to be pumpkins. It used to be like other like squash and stuff because they didn't have pumpkins in America. But when the Irish immigrated to America, which you will learn in American history is around the 1800s, they immigrated and then they started bringing in their culture and adopted our culture of pumpkins. So that was the original Halloween thing. Now it's turned into a thing where it's a community thing. It's a moment for you to, thank you. Yeah, of course. And of course, yeah, I'm glad that you turned 10 years old. What a milestone for you. So yeah, today it's more of a community thing. It's a moment for you guys to come together as a community, as a neighborhood or whatever, and come to each other's doors and just have a good chat or have a good moment together, right? So, hi. And so it's pretty awesome for people to be able to do that. Now, if you think about the way that it is now, you're putting like what clowns, demons, skeletons on your front porch, and in a way you're celebrating that because you put these costumes and all that. Now, originally the costumes were to repent evil spirits in the religious way, but then in a way at the same time you're putting these things on your front porch. So are you really repenting it? And the church actually advises against Halloween. So it's very confusing drama and stuff like that, and my dad doesn't like that, so he said, let's not celebrate Halloween anymore. Technically we still do, we give out candy, but we don't put up the Halloween decorations on our front porch or anything like that as much as we used to before. So personally for me it's a bummer. I loved doing that, and I'm going to tell you why, because this is the reason why I think we should celebrate Halloween, okay? And this is, again, my dad has a completely different view on it, and I respect his view. And I'm pretty sure if he watches this, he'll respect mine. But I just want to let you know what I think of it, and I'll follow, whatever he thinks, but this is just my view, in my opinion. I think that Halloween should be celebrated because it's a moment for you to get together. Exactly the way that you would look up online, they'll say it. Community getting together. And I'm not just talking about a community, but talking about the family relationship. Every single Halloween, ever since I could remember, actually, my dad and I would always bring out the Halloween decorations from our shed, and we bring it and we started putting them up together. I would choose the one and he put it up on the hanger or whatever on the trees and on the house, and then we would together assemble new Halloween decorations that we bought. Or we go to the store and look for Halloween decorations that we both liked, and then we would talk about it as a family, and we bring it out as a family, and the whole family would participate in putting these Halloween decorations up, putting in the inflatables and putting them on the ground stake, putting nailing or not hand nailing, hammering the stakes to the ground and stuff like that. For me, that is an awesome moment as a family. That was just a moment where I could get together and have a good time with my family. Taking into consideration that at this time I was homeschooled, so I didn't really have a lot of friends, and I didn't really get time to spend a lot of time with my family like that. Most of the time I was studying for getting ready, preparing for public school, while also just spending time with my brother, hanging out. But we didn't really have a whole family thing. So that was a moment. That was a moment for me, and I loved doing it because I got to hang out with my family. They would help me learn new things, how to assemble Halloween decorations, where I should put them strategically so it becomes appealing, right? Making a scene out of Halloween decorations. I loved doing that, and it's unfortunate I don't get to do it anymore because it was a moment for me to spend time with my family. It was a moment where I can remember every single year how we used to do it differently, where we used to place the Halloween decorations, how we used to celebrate it with the family, just talking and having fun, you know? So I feel like that was why I really liked Halloween, and why I was so disappointed when my dad said a couple of years ago we're not going to celebrate it anymore. It was because that was a moment for us to just hang out as a family, do something together, and then giving out candy, which is I'm so thankful that my dad decided to let us continue to do that because it's a part of giving back to the community. So it's a good thing. It's the good part of Halloween that he likes because as a Christian, you want to give back to the community, and that's the Christian part that he likes about Halloween. Unfortunately, there just so happens to be a demonic, Satanist sort of aspect. Personally, for me, the way I see about this whole Satan thing, like my dad says that because you have people in costumes. A lot of these people are Satanists. They're running around. For me, well, are a lot of the people that you see in the neighborhoods, are they Satanists? Are they people running around saying Satan is good, Satan is good? Do you see a lot of people like that nowadays? Personally, I think that part is a little bit of a lamer excuse not to celebrate it because you don't see people like that around. Look at the people that come by to get candy, right? They come door to door. These are little kids and the parents that take care of these little kids. I don't see these older adults with just they're grown ups and they're wearing these I don't know, like Satanist clothing or whatever, and they're bringing these crosses and saying repel Jesus Christ? Why would they? No, we haven't seen anyone like that we've never seen anyone like that before. That's rarely happens, I feel like. And so I don't know why that would be taken into consideration. But anyway, though, the point is that the reason why I like Halloween is because it was a moment for me to spend time with family. And if you were to compare it to uh, other holidays, think about Thanksgiving, think about Christmas. Why do we love Thanksgiving? Why do we love Christmas? Okay, and Thanksgiving is a little harder to see because Christmas, you have that motivation, presents, right? You be good, and Santa gives you presents. Or if you don't believe in Santa, then your parents, wrap the presents for you. So you have a motivation, you have something to enjoy, to look forward to. That's a physical attribute of it. But think about the non-physical attributes, the ones that you have to are abstract, And yeah, I'm glad you love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, you have food, right? So that's good. But then think about what it really is. It's your family coming together as as a unified group, right? And you come together and you talk. You ask, "How have you been? What's going on with you?" And like just talk about your relationships, everything that's going on, and you get to interact with people that you love. You're with people that you haven't been able to see but you love for so long. You haven't been able to interact with them, but now they're finally here. That's a moment of being able to just come together. And even if you don't talk to certain people in your family, right, because you're gonna like to talk to other people than certain other people in your family, it's a moment for you to just come together and be there together. That just being there is a good moment. You know, it shows the stability of the family. It shows that you're not frail. You guys don't leave each other. You guys don't hate each other. So that was what I felt with Halloween. And you think about with Christmas too, that's the same thing, right? Your family doing karaoke or your family playing games together. For you guys to sit around in a circle and play the game, contribute, that is a family moment. That's what I like to call a family moment. So when I look back at my Halloweens, those were family moments. Those were moments in which, even though it was an unspoken moment and I feel like it's an unappreciated moment, it was a family moment. And I wish that my parents could see that because it really was a moment for us to come together. Maybe the real thing is, and maybe my parents aren't telling me the entire truth, which is that um, they're getting sick of it. Maybe it's just, it's work that they don't really want to have to do every single year. It's one less thing that they have to do because if you think about it, the most important ones are Christmas, right? Um, Thanksgiving. But Halloween is just it's not really that important. So in a way, I guess, yeah, that would make more sense. I don't think it's really about the religion sort of thing. But, whatever it is that they believe in, I think that, I should respect what they want. And eventually, probably when I start my own family eventually, which is kind of really in the future, I'll probably celebrate Halloween anyway. Because I want to introduce my family to it, right? And even if I decide to take the same path as my parents, I want to be able to let my family know, like, this is Halloween. It's a moment for you to come together, enjoy, enjoy the time while it lasts. Because when I turn 18, it's gonna be a lot harder. When I become an adult, I have to go seek my own dream, my own family. And it can be very hard to continue these family moments. So I really wish we didn't get rid of it. But I'm still glad because my parents, just because they're getting rid of this one moment, doesn't mean that they're going to get rid of all of them. I mean, of course we're going to celebrate Christmas. Of course we're celebrate Thanksgiving. And I know my family love each other. We love each other so much. We're a really stable family. As stable as you're going to get. I'm just mentioning that they don't like Halloween because I want you guys know that we don't celebrate anymore. Because if we did, then I wouldn't talk about this. I would talk about Christmas. I would talk about Thanksgiving more of. But I'm talking about Halloween because I want to mention that it's a family moment that you guys should still appreciate. Maybe you guys have parents like that too. Or maybe you feel like that way. And I'm like, well, think about it this way. Think about it my way, Is it really something that you shouldn't celebrate because of your religion? Or is it something that you shouldn't celebrate because you don't think that it's worth it? Well, think about it my way and think about it as it's a moment for you to get together as a family and giving back to the community, okay? By participating, you're participating as a community. Now the argument is, well, why would you want to participate in a bad thing? Well, for me, the way I see it is that I think that God would condone Halloween because why? One, you're giving candy, so that's a part of you contributing to the community. Two, God knows that we're not celebrating Satan. That's not what Halloween is about. Modern Halloween is not about that at all. Modern Halloween is about giving spooks, having fun, entertaining people. It's not about, worshiping Satan. Why? No, not a lot of people don't do that. Most people don't do that. That's not what Halloween is about at all. I mean, even back then, if you want to look at historically, okay, for sure, we'll go into a historical argument. Well, back then, the reason why people put on their costumes was because, and put pumpkins outside their door with the jack-o'-lanterns, is because they wanted to repel evil spirits. It's not at all about celebrating, worshiping evil spirits. No, that's not it at all. I mean, I'm sure that you're gonna have a minority that do that, but most people don't. And when your neighborhood doesn't do that, why would you want to isolate yourself from that? But anyway, that's my opinion, and I think that's why I don't think that if you were to ask, which is, you can't do that obviously, but if you were, when you go to heaven, you ask God, do you condone Halloween? He would probably say, yeah, it's okay, because with the way, and I think what makes the most sense, the most logical thing is that we're not worshiping Satan. God gave us the decision to do as we please. We can celebrate Halloween as we want, and I think that it's an ethical thing to do. The only part of it that is bad is those who actually do worship Satan, right? So there's a difference between those two things, and I think that God would be okay with that as long as we're understanding what we're doing. As long as we have that religious mindset that we're not worshiping Satan, okay? We're doing it because it's a community thing, it's an earth thing, it's a thing that we like to do because it's a thing that brings entertainment and spookiness, but we have to be careful about what we're thinking, okay? Just be careful about that. And the careful thing is to not think about it being, I love Satan. That is completely wrong, okay? That's off of the table when it comes to Christian beliefs. So, yeah, I think it's pretty simple. I think it's a really simple concept. I think that it is a concept in which people should try and understand and comprehend, because if you don't understand the right way, you're not going to really understand what Halloween's about. You're not going to understand why Halloween shouldn't be viewed as a bad thing. And you should also understand why Halloween is a family moment. It's a moment for you to come together, work together, and just enjoy spending time together. I'm pretty sure there are fathers and mothers who love Halloween because they get to spend time with their children. They get to spend time bringing them to, places to go trick or treat. They get to spend time putting out the Halloween decorations together, or going to stores and getting spooked. It's a moment for you to spend time with your family. It's not a moment for you to worship the wrong things. I don't think that's it at all. But, I hope you guys have your own opinion. I hope that you guys will have a different opinion so you guys can understand my opinion. I hope you guys will have a different opinion but are willing to absorb my opinion and consider it. You don't have to think the same way as I do. And I know people who don't think the same way as I do on a lot of things. But, that's the way it is, and I don't hate them for that. I respect their opinion. I hope you guys respect mine. So that's basically what I want to get to today. It's not that long of a live stream again. Kind of short like last time, but last time has a reason for being short, because last time I was talking about, I was talking about my friend who had a surgery. Oh, I should update you guys on that, because it's really important that you guys know this, okay? And it's kind of sad too, because I said I'd give you guys an update next time I got an update for Nova, who is my friend who's having a surgery. So I got a couple of things confirmed. One is what kind of surgery it was, which you guys were asking. And that was a very important. Was I ever bullied in school? Yeah, I've been bullied in school before. I was bullied once, but that's because you're always going to find people who really just, and I want to talk to you guys about that in a different video, but really, there are a lot of kids in school, and I feel like school kids, they like to mess with you. That's the thing. They like to mess with you, and they just get a good feeling out of that, some sort of enjoyment. But the good thing is that a lot of people don't do it often. They just do it once or twice, and that's it. They don't want to keep on bugging you. There was this one guy who did bug me a lot, and I really, really, really hated him for that. So what I did was the most rational thing, which is to tell the principal, because this is why. Well, originally it was tell a teacher, and the teacher will tell a principal. And my school reinforces the see something, say something motto. Because why? If you see something and you need to say something, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. That's really cruel. Yeah, my friend Nova, she had a similar thing. They bullied her because of her looks, and I think she's a pretty person. I don't think that she's bad looking at all. And they just bully her because even if her insecurities don't exist, they're gonna say that because the person that they're bullying might start to think that way. It's a manipulative and um, gullible sort of thing. They manipulate you hoping that you're gullible. You know, if they say that I'm fat, like let's just say that, then obviously I'm gonna say, well, look, I'm literally like 105 pounds. I'm not fat at all. So I know that's not true. But for people who are on the overweight or chubby side, they're gonna think that, right? Or maybe some people who think that even though they are skinny, they think that they are fat, you know? So that's poking at your insecurities. Now, unfortunately, I'm sorry to hear that people bullied you because of your father's passing. That is really cruel, and I hope that you get it resolved, or you have already gotten it resolved. I would consider telling someone about it, okay, and telling whether it's your parents or telling the teacher about it, because that is really important to get out of. And here's a good thing: when you tell an enforcement, when you tell a teacher, and the principal knows about it, they're going to be on the lookout for those people. Thank you. That's really sweet of you. But seriously though, I'm not doing it because I want you to think I'm a good person, but because I think this is seriously the way to do it. Tell the principal, because the principal will look out for those people. They will tell them, hey, if you do that again, you're going to get suspended. Okay? That's just the way of it. And honestly, I think I could have taken it to a higher level. I could have asked for suspension. I could have demanded it right then and there. Hey, listen, Mr. Principal, and I'm not gonna say what my principal's name is, but there are these kids that are bothering me. I want them suspended. They probably wouldn't have done that. My principal probably would have suspended them, but I have to go to like PTA meetings and probably to get that dealt with. I don't want to have to do that because personally, I don't want my parents to have to go through that trouble. I don't want to have to get the school have to go through that trouble. I don't want to have to get the bully's parents to get into that trouble. But I just want bullies to know, hey, stop it now, okay? Because personally, I can't do that and use my physical ability because I'm not a strong person, okay? In fact, I'm a very weak person. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm very fragile because first, I'm underweight, so I don't have a lot of strength or muscle. But I can do this. I can still exert my dominance by telling them to the principal that you can't do this anymore. And if you do it again, you're going to get suspended. So let's think about it this way. The bully gets upset because he realizes that I did that. He goes over to me and he punches me in the face. Okay, so I get a broken bone or something like that. Or I get beat up, whatever. That might last for a little bit. But what was going to happen to him? He is going to be suspended, and then when colleges see that, what are they going to think about that? What are they going to think about him? Or when he goes to get a job? They're going to see that, and then they're going to consider, hey, maybe we shouldn't hire this guy. His life is going to be more broken than my life. My life is going to be broken for a little bit. For a couple months, maybe, at the most. Him is going to be a lot harder. So, do that. Tell someone that if they get bullied, Or if you know someone that got bullied. And personally, that guy did not just bully me. He bullied my friend, and he bullied a lot of people who I knew. So I was standing up for all of them, and I asked them to come up as witnesses. And the principal knew that, hey, these people are problems because I've had problems with them before. So that was the thing. And also, to answer your question, your name's, was it Dawson, right? Dawson. Dawson, I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm sorry, but I mentioned in the start of this live stream that my aunt is getting married, so I can't be here. That's why I'm doing this early. And usually I do this once a week. But come back if you're interested in these live streams. Come back next Saturday. I think it might be Saturday or Sunday, maybe even Friday. But next week I will be here for sure. I could stream on Tuesday because I get it off. But you guys might not be here because Tuesday's not a day off for you guys. Probably not, unless you guys get Veterans Day off. Then awesome. But yeah, let you guys know that that's the way I would deal with the problem. It's risky and it seems scary at first, but then you realize that they can't do anything about it. It would be much more harmful for them to do something about it. They'll be hurting themselves more. They're shooting themselves in the foot. They've already shot themselves in the foot for bullying you because now they're under the principal's radar, which is never good. But then the better thing to do is for them to just keep their mouth shut and leave you alone. And personally, my bully has left me alone. So, look, I dealt with the problem. he can't do anything about it. He's not going to do anything about it. Because if he did something about it, he would be in major trouble. He would get suspended. And I would never see his face in this school again, or any school I go to, probably. So I think that's the best way to handle it. Okay? So that's just my take on it. But of course, I would respect whatever you guys decide to do with your bullying and your problems. You know, my problems aren't your problems. I'm just suggesting it because we might have a relatable problem, like Dawson has, right? Dawson, you have the same problem as me with bullying. So I just want to tell you how I would deal with it. If you have a different way of dealing with it, good for you. And if it's effective, good for you. If it's not, then maybe consider my way. But, you know, do your own research. Do your own research and figure it out. I encourage you to come up with different ways of doing that. Okay, I talked a lot. My voice is getting like very hoarse, so I need to get to leaving. But thank you guys for watching this live stream. I hope you guys learned something from it today, and I'm going to be making more videos in the future, so look out for those. Live stream is coming up next week. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about, so I need to look at my topics because I want to talk about some other things too. I'm just going to quickly check if I have anything that I have written down. I have a couple live streams planned. I don't know what I should talk about next time. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But one of them was why you should buy 2 dogs instead of 1. It's a very simple concept, but I want to tell you guys about that too. It's kind of interesting because I have a personal anecdote for that. All right, see you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Do subscribe if you guys did enjoy. Only if you guys did enjoy, of course. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good weekend, and yeah, enjoy your November because it is November now, and enjoy it. Have a good Thanksgiving and enjoy your holidays. Bye, guys.